In this video I'd like to show you WP Master Clone Pro Clone mode with the new engine. Okay, so it's a similar interface to what we had before with a few little differences. The first main thing, you no longer need to install WordPress before you do your clone on your destination site. All you have to do now from version 1.30 upwards is to create a database and database user, password, grant it privileges and put your info in there. For the people who use cPanel, then you can put your cPanel username, cPanel password, and then you can press create cPanel database. That will then go off and create the database for you, and it'll put your information for the database down here so you can copy and paste it into these boxes. Now for the people who don't use cPanel, then you can simply go to your hosting control panel, create your database and user, grant it privileges, and then put the information in here. The other main differences is now on the source and destination FTP we now have the FTP path. So this is the folder of the installation. So like it says there on cPanel, this is usually public_HTML. If you're not sure what this is, please ask your host what these details are, and the same on the destination. This will be the folder where your WordPress install is going to be installed. And the last change mainly is destination site. Now you put in the URL or the domain of the site that you're restoring to when you're restoring. Okay, so once you've filled in your details, you go to clone and restore, and then you press go. I'll reset the clock, I'll start the clock, and I'll press go. Agree to the terms and conditions, make sure you read them properly, and then press OK. And then what I shall do is I shall pause the video in a second and I'll start it again. But just before I do, if I click on that folder, that's WP Master Clone, and then inside it a folder called Saved Clone Sites. This is where your clone project folders will be made. So when the clone's been made, the projects will appear in there under the source domain name. I'll show you that in just a minute. Now as you can see, we're cloning the site u.addons.com, so I'll just show you that now. Okay, so there's the u.addons site. That's the site that we're going to clone. And we're going to clone it to here. And as you can see, that site's empty at the moment. So as you can see, now it's attempting to download the clone files and project. So if I go back to the WP Master Clone folder and in our saved clone sites folder, there you go, you can see the u.addons.com folder has been created. So in that folder is where our project files will be stored, and it's downloading them now. So I'll go back here for now and pause the video again, and then when they've downloaded I'll unpause it. Okay, let's go back and see how we're getting on with the download. There you go, you can see a couple of the files are downloaded already. So I'll go back to there. Okay, so now we've got the cloned files ready for if we want to restore that site again at a later date as well. Now you can see it's attempting to upload to the destination site, so I'll pause it again. Now obviously the time taken to download and upload is going to vary depending on the size of your site, depending on your internet connection, speed of your server. So it will vary depending on a number of things really. Okay, now you can see it says installing the clone files. So we'll just pause it again, it shouldn't be too long now. It's checking the database connection. Okay, we're proceeding with the restore. So we're not far off done now. We're just doing the final things ready for the restore to be complete. Okay, so as you see, it says cleanup in progress. So if we go back to the save clone sites just to show you again, in future, if we wanted to clone the U-Bot add-on site onto another domain, all we do when it pops up the selector in restore mode is we'd select that project file, and then the software will do the rest for you. Okay, so then it says there restore complete, so I'll stop the clock. That was under 8 minutes 40. Now, if I go to SiteMon Pro now and refresh it, we should see the U-Bot add-on site. There's the U-Bot add-on site on SiteMon Pro, so as you can see, that was a successful clone. If I just show you by clicking one of the links, so if we click that and then go to Blissbot Store, so there you can see that the links have been changed as well. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you've got any questions, please don't hesitate to put in a support ticket, and thank you very much for watching.